Oh my gosh, what is up, everyone? Thanks for tuning in and joining us tonight for our next episode of Echoes of the Astral Sea. I'm just got a few minutes here before we get started. My son, who watches the show, came up to me this weekend and he suggested that to start it, I slap a few packs of Magic the Gathering. So he went out and he picked out this pack for me. He told me if I slap this pack before the show, we'll begin doing well. So big shout out to all our partners, Adams Family Gaming. Go check them out at etsy.com/Adams with a Z Family Game. You can see them below. Go check them out. Tell them Big Mash you sent you. We got a Spider-Man pack today. Buy some merch. Pick up some shirts. They got our official DDC merch there and plenty other great Dungeons and Dragons and tabletop merch. We got this Spider-Man Play Booster Pack we're going to open today. Big shout out to Mythical Meats. They have been keeping the crew fed well. Here we go. We're going to slap them here. Mythical Meats, go buy some beef jerky here. All right, here we go. The first card is a copy card. It's on both sides. It says copy and human citizen. All right. I don't know if that's good. Then we got an ominous asylum. That looks ominous, that's for sure. All right. Next card. Here it is. The foil, it's Beetle Legacy Criminal. It's probably not that good. I'm not feeling great about this pack here. Electro Assaulting Battery. I should probably show you, huh? You gotta want to see the art. All right, there it is. Here's the foil that came in it. Big shout out to Eldritch Foundry Eldritch Foundry for making all the minis that we've been using on our show recently. Table of Tales, it's coming soon. Mark, our DM, who's also our editor, has been working tirelessly there. We're going to be able to share so much more soon here. We got Amazing Acrobatics, Spider-Gwen Free Spirit, Grow Extra Arms, Risky Research, Daily Bugle Reporters, Passenger Ferry, Spider Islander. Okay, that art's actually pretty dope. Kind of reminds me of my Minotaur character, Crippy. Y'all might meet him one day. Hot Dog Cart. That's sick, actually. I could go for a hot dog right now. Shriek Troublemaker. Yeah, that's not a good one. Oh, wait a minute. We got one borderless. It's not like foil, but it's a legendary artifact creature. I don't know what the hell any of these are. Anyone in chat, let me know. Let me know what you think. If I got any good cards. I don't know. Hey, we're about to be live here very shortly with the next episode of Echoes of the Astral Sea. Everyone's super, super excited to bring it to you guys and bring it live. So give us a few minutes here. We will be back shortly. Welcome back. We are back and
Hello.
live. It's
Didn't
good.
pull a bombastic bag, man, my guy.
Oh, I did not pull the bombastic bag, man. Dayton, I heard that's your favorite Spider-Man.
Sorry, he is my favorite Fantastic Four member, unrelated to Spider-Man in every way.
Oh, really?
Gotcha.
He's new to me.
That's right.
He's new to me.
Your favorite was Larvox. All right, welcome back, everybody. It's good to be here. How's everyone doing?
Oh, great.
Good.
I'm so excited
I am
about
so
tonight.
excited.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a couple inklings of what Nico's gonna do tonight, right off the rip. But we've got a big, a lot to get through. There's going to be quite a bit of narration tonight. There's a lot to get through. So let's go ahead and get through introductions. We'll do our recap and we'll hop into it.
Yeah.
So first and foremost, of course, I am Mark. I am your humble DM. I am running a heavily modified Light as Rixus campaign. If you've looked through the module itself, you might recognize some of the things that are about to happen tonight. But generally, I've written it to be a much larger space opera sort of thing going on. There's a lot more going on than just the Xerixian part of things, as the book would suggest. But I've done a lot of work. I'm very excited to bring it to you. And more specifically, I'm very excited to bring it to my wonderful players.
Yeah.
Included among them, of course, we have Tin Man being played by...
Howdy, folks. Dayton here playing the 10-man tonight, and I think we're ready for some rootin' tootin' action, eh?
Yeah.
I think so. We also have Nico, played by...
Greetings, all. I am Alex. I am playing your jolly, joyful Nico. And today might be a little exciting.
Oh, boy.
Of course, we also have Jade, the Jade Fox, being played by...
Hey everyone, I am Marina playing the Jade Fox, and I'm excited about tonight. It's going to be an interesting chapter. Hope everyone enjoys.
Oh, yeah.
And of course, we have, playing Valen...
How you doing, all? It's Matt, Big Mashu. Thanks for tuning in tonight. I'm so excited for this episode. Mark, looking handsome and dapper as always. And to the people on this side of the table with me, you're all looking so beautiful. Thank you for joining us. I'm so excited about tonight's episode. I just got a few things to share with you guys. We're going to jump right into it. I want to do a big shout out to Adam's Family Gaming. They are hosting all of our merch now. Go check them out at etsy.com/shop/Adams with a Z Family Gaming. We got a great episode tonight.
Right here. Check it out.
Hey,
Yeah.
big
nice.
yes, let's go. Big shout out to them. I if my character
That
wore
looks
it,
so cool.
I'd wear it, but I was streaming with some earlier. Check out our past streams. Big shout out to my son Hero tonight for hooking me up with some magic cards. I think he only wanted me to buy them because he knows if I buy magic cards, he gets magic cards. So, hey, thanks for everyone who joined me on slapping that pack. That was fun, even though I didn't get too many good ones. Big shout out to everyone else. Eldritch Foundry, D&D Adventure Club. We got so much great stuff coming out. We got Table of Tales, which is going to be released very, very soon. We have a whole big release party and plans for it. So get ready. But I don't want to take too much time. We got a lot to go through this tonight. So, Mark, take us away, buddy.
All right. So, previously on Echo of the Astral Sea, Valen and Tin Man stake out the bridge before noticing some fisher folk who claim to be contracted with Xeno Termination Limited, a local company that deals in the removal of menacing creatures get in one's cellar. An avian individual and a turtle. The avian fella introduces himself as Bagsy Winden, and his companion as Linen Snaps. Curiosity catches Valen, and him and Tin Man take the opportunity to follow the two. While they discuss a potential on-the-spot mentorship, Bagsy admits that they do have a hole in their usual trio, and offers to teach Valen the ropes. Tin Man keeps a close eye nearby to ensure they aren't spotted or bothered. Bagsy hands Valen the Line Glide Ruby Roller, a fishing pole with some quirks that used to belong to a famous angler named Bub Lee, a plasmoid. They agree that if Valen can catch a fish in the Lake of Brawl within 5 minutes, the pole was his. Giving it a cast, Valen fails his first attempt. But on his second, the hook flies, and flies, soars a little, and then continues to fly, before hooking on a jammer, no doubt minding its own, above Brawl. Linen helps Valen reel it in before they realize that this is certainly a catch and release. And she helps him by cutting the line for him and allowing the jammer to carry on. Despite now missing a hook, Valen has in his possession the Line Glide Ruby Roller.
Yo.
Jade and Nico make their way towards the bridge and manage to slip around the barricade with their exceptional stealth and make their way towards the service ramp on the far side. They stop to have a look at the staging area for Andrew's speech, and the next day, before moving along and reaching the maintenance scaffolds beneath the bridge. As they begin getting charges and seeds planted, Jade sniffs out an odd rock wall and a nearby lever. With Nico's own expertise looking it over, they pull the lever and reveal a hidden hatch that moves into the bridge itself. Back to Tin Men and Valen, they take a moment to speak to one of the guards that admits that Radiclax wouldn't be present for his own event, and shows some frustration with Andrew's working towards this merger with Radiclax, claiming that Clax is too distant and his money does not belong in Brawl. Further admitting that there have been some Astral elves who have been pushy in going over the town guard's authority. Jade and Nico enter and find a storage area of sorts, in an odd glass pane sitting on a smooth metal plate. Standing with an odd pearlescent reflection, Nico begins putting pieces together, just as they hear voices approaching from behind. It turns out to be Candaeus and his second-in-command, Raphael Garnia, arguing about someone who had stolen Candaeus's pipe, causing them to run late. The pieces that Nico puts together are as follows. Andrew won't be up top. He'll be down here in this cubby, with his image projected up top, leaving him safe. Meaning Tin Man's assassination was likely a setup and cast doubt on Jade's own mission. Garnia expresses some misgivings about their activities here, stating that people won't be able to return without breathing it in, before Candaeus shuts him down, claiming that Zeleth wants this place gone, and he's greenlit something special, that they cannot be there when Merger Day happens. Before sending Garnia to check on Opor, a one-armed Braxit that was resting in a deeper part of the cave, unseen for their ability to appear as boulders when still. Nico, playing a cheeky trick, uses his three of his infusions, one for smell and two for sound, sneakily placing them in Candaeus's pockets to make it appear as though he had unchecked flatulence that quickly drove the both of them out of the cave, earning Garnia his own flatulence pocket rock, trademark. In the midst of getting a good chuckle for his efforts, Nico is unaware that Jade has been compromised, standing too close to a barrel and caught off guard as she inhales the contents, easing her mental barriers just enough for Ephemera to make a move. The previously planted seeds of wisteria begin to bloom prematurely and crawl along the walls where Jade stood, silent, as the Eventide Queen makes her first appearance. Nico.
Yes.
As you are giggling to yourself as Candaeus and his second-in-command leave, you notice that the seeds along the walls have sprouted, and the vines begin to move their way towards the far end of this alcove. Let me get. I know you're excited. 1 second.
No. I don't, because I like this part. I'm actually. You said they're going towards the alcove or Jade?
They're going towards Jade at the far end of the alcove.
Okay.
You're closer to the door.
And Jade basically just stopped moving, correct?
From what you can see, it is dark in here.
It shouldn't be. My fourth infusion is the light that's at the end.
And one of them picked it up on its way.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Okay. They weren't supposed to bloom yet. Jade! And not like all like that loud whisper, Jade! And I'm gonna start
Deep
walking.
whisper.
You're going to start
Walking
walking where?
start walking towards because I'm still invisible.
Yes. And save for Jade and the Braxat, you believe that you are the only ones in here. As you move towards the deeper part of the alcove, you can see that the vines coat the dark end of the bridge's nook, and there's a momentary thrashing as the Braxat attempts to fight off the encroaching plants. Jade is no longer visible, and in her place is a cocoon of blooming wisteria flowers, wrapped as if jealously guarding her. The pressure of a creature that has existed beyond understanding, like time itself, stops. Your feet are rooted, and save for the smallest of movements, you find yourself temporarily paralyzed. The seeds she's planted continue to take root and spread across the inner walls. Displaced dirt rattles free from the ceiling, and you get the feeling that the structural integrity of this place will go soon. Tendrils reach out and begin grasping and crushing everything around her, allowing the contents of the hero maid to spill into the stone floor and permeate the air. What would you like to do?
I am going to cast Vortex Warp on Jade and send her 90 feet behind me.
Okay.
Hang on. I got to double check the distance.
Does
Yeah,
it
90
require a
feet.
save?
Target must succeed on a Constitution saving throw, or the target can choose to fail. As I cast this, I will call out to Jade. Say, Jade, we gotta go. The timing on this has changed. And I will also don my armor.
Okay. So you switch into your armor and you call out to Jade, attempting to break through. After a moment, and as you cast your spell, it does resist. Jade, would you kindly roll, you said a Constitution save?
Yep, Constitution saving throw DC. I want to say 17, but let me double check.
I would like you to roll it at advantage, if you could, Jade.
Sorry, it's a 15.
Oh boy.
Your magic pulls the cocoon to the far end, and you hear vines snapping, and the entire end of the bridge gives way as it is no longer supported. You see in front of you, the bridge opens up to a gaping chasm as part of the bridge falls into the water beneath it, including the Braxat and many of these barrels. Tin Man and Valen.
Oh.
Let me find my spot here. The ground beneath you churns and shifts. Roots erupt from the solid stone, and chaotic crisscrossing cracks begin forming.
Oh no.
Whatever Nico and Jade were doing, it seems it's coming to fruition. The bridge shakes violently, and behind you, the guards give a surprised yelp. And you hear the one that you spoke to earlier yell, "Get off the bridge, you morons!" While one guard retreats, the one calling to you moves forward, beckoning you towards him. The barricade behind him has shaken itself apart and lays toppled on the ground, leaving the path open. You watch as the bridge in front of you begins to fall beneath or in front of you. What would the two of you like to do?
Can I see into the rubble and what's going down below?
No, not yet.
I'm gonna kind of brace myself and look for a part of the bridge that is not collapsing and try to get there.
The entire stretch behind you is not collapsing. You seem to be closer to, let me move this out of the way. Pretty much everything from here to here is falling.
Okay, so I'm already a bit safe, right?
You both are very much sort of on the safe end of this right now.
All right. I'm I'm going to look back at Tin Man and give him the eyes like, "Yo, what's going on? Do you have a play?"
Kind of sizing up the situation, locking eyes with Valen for a moment. I'm just gonna kind of put my arm out and kind of recommend we step back like 5-10 feet. Looks like we still got good structure here. For a moment. I give him a wink. It's all right. If we fall, I'll catch you.
Hearing him say that, I'm gonna then start making my way back towards the destroyed barricade and kind of brace myself, hoping I see the rest of the team emerge somewhat soon.
You can see as the two fishermen that you spoke to before, you hear a yelp of surprise, and they seem to be hustling up. Even Linen seems to be moving a little bit, towed along by Bagsy, but they still seem to be moving pretty slowly because of it. You can see as the bridge falls apart. There are gawkers and onlookers behind you, sort of in shock that this just happened and that this is happening. The stone bridge has been a notable landmark of Brawl for some time. Jade.
Uh-oh.
The world around you is dark. The stale iron scent of long lane blood accompanies something distinctly earthen. Damp stone chills your skin, and your clothes do little to stifle the cold. The rocks are rough and uneven beneath you, and you can feel the occasional intimate brush of something against your hand or your ankle, or wherever air can touch flesh. I am here, dear, a familiar voice whispers, reassuring. Ahead of you, breaking through the oppressive darkness, is a soft, pale glow, casting its weak light against the inside of walls of what seems to be a pit. From the pit, a sound of splashing water echoes, then settles. Then frantic splashing again, then settling. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna question where I am. What's happening? I was just in the cave.
The voice seems reticent to speak.
Can I move?
You may. You do not seem to be held down or held in any way.
I'm gonna walk towards the light.
As you approach, there seems to be a well that goes down about 5 or 6 feet, and in the bottom is about 2 inches of water. The water at the bottom of the pit is clouded, and the basin is almost empty. The inner walls of this pool are murky, with dead leaves obfuscating something silver swimming in the last vestiges of the water. Occasionally thrashing desperately in an attempt to keep swimming, you see a silver serpent. Beyond the silver serpent, in the light glow, at the bottom of the pool, through the detritus, you see a key of simple bronze. What would you like to do?
Gonna reach towards that key.
You may. I'd like you to make a dexterity saving throw for me, please.
Not my night.
As you reach, the serpent, thrashing beneath the water, notices you and lashes out, sinking its teeth into your hand and drawing blood. It recoils back as if afraid and doesn't stop you reaching for the key again. But you can see as your blood clouds the water. Suddenly, at the edge of the water, a blossom of red colors it. And as you trace its trajectory, you can see another crimson red drop gathering at the lip of the pool. It grows laden before the surface tension surrenders to gravity, and the drop follows the same route as its cousin. A small plop and a second bloom, like the nested petals of a rose. The serpent, you notice, is lapping at the blood, hungrily drinking it, and with it, the water around it. You notice as the water drops another centimeter.
Okay, what else? Sorry.
That's it. What would you like to do?
This key, is there a lock that I can put into it, or I'm just holding a key?
You are now holding a key and your hand is bleeding. The room around you is dark, and all you can really hear is the sound of the blood pumping in your own ears.
I'm going to approach the serpent.
The serpent cowers to the far end of the pool, which is about 3 feet across, towards the end where the blood is dripping in. Blood that's not yours, you know. It seems to be barely able to fit beneath the water and draw breath as it continues to gulp down this blood. And you notice the blood seems to continue dripping and must be coming from somewhere.
Can I look up and see anything above me?
As you look up, you see that it pours gently over the side of the pool, and you can see the gentle reflection of a pool that moves up, or a stream that moves up towards a wall. It seems to be pouring in from that direction.
I'm going to aim towards that direction. Am I able to climb?
There doesn't seem to be a need to, as while the ground is uneven, it is not steep. You move that way, and the shadows in front of you seem to make way for you. And the pumping of blood in your ears is suddenly met with a soft accompaniment. Distant woodwinds and clinking glasses. There is a door in front of you, and the sounds of a party on the far side, though the door itself is etched. You can see at the bottom of the door, where the door meets the floor, is where this blood is pooling in and moving towards the pit. The etchings state as follows. Mask laid low, in heart are we sown. Speak truth, give lie, take life or die. Give name to your master, lest your tears drown you faster.
Can you repeat that one more time?
Yes. Mask laid low, in heart are we sown. Speak truth, give lie, take life or die. Give name to your master, lest your tears drown you faster. And beneath it, you can see clawed into the stone wall, or the stone door, is the Roman numeral for 5. It seems to be separate from the etchings made by a different hand. It seems the door would like you to give name to your master.
Jade's going to respond reticent and say, Lady Magdalena.
You hear the chilling laugh of a woman who's never laughed, and it arrests your heart in a chilling grasp. The door slides open. It opens silently, sliding into the wall. You're bathed in a warm light and the sound of festivities. Beyond is a bouquet of moving colors, a garden of eloquence and frippery rested in a lilting dance. What seems to be people dressed in elaborate flora of worlds you've never seen arrays in front of you. Each piece of clothing, adornment, or makeup collide to give lie to the perception of a dancing garden. Beyond the corpse of dancing guests are a pair of slender steps that rise to a throne on the far side of the room. The stairs are steep and exceptionally thin, and the throne itself bristles with dagger-like thorns that would surely pierce any who sat there. And you lock eyes with its current occupant. Golden irises and black sclera, pupils like slits and a calm, self-assured smirk, twisting on a fierce but delicate features. Her skin is not as you recognize her, and it seems to be made of a verdant velvet-like sod, and her hair falls in delicate willow-like leaves. One leg crossed over the other, but otherwise straight-backed and attentive. The voice in your mind speaks again. Watch closely, my delicate petal. Removing the bloom only encourages the stem to grow more resilient. Nico, the moment of arrest leaves you, and you hear the clinging and clanging of metal on stone as you're pulled forward, backwards across, or away from the gap, and you stand next to the cocoon. On the floor around your feet are your sonic bombs, all 12 of them. What Jade may be unwilling to share, I give freely. Keep these, and I will handle what's left of the bridge.
So, is it, to me, it's Jade talking, correct?
No, it's a different voice entirely.
You are not the pretty lady from before. You are something different. And at that point, Jade, I hope you're in there, and I'm going to attempt to cast Warding Bond on Jade, which will give her +1 AC and +1 to all saving throws.
Okay.
And if she takes any damage, I take that damage as well.
Okay. Jade, go ahead.
Yeah, so essentially, just to kind of flavor how this is going to work, Nico basically coming up to here is spent. I've used all my second level spells. I'm going to pop my spell of refueling to get back my second level spell. So essentially, Nico has what looks like a ring on his gauntlet. It opens up, and you'll see a tiny star inside. I pull the star out and say, all right, well, guess it's time to use this one. And he just kind of holds it to his chest, and all the stardust, like, dissolves away from the star, radiates around Nico, and at that point, I will more or less, channel it down my arm into Jade.
As you reach out, does it require touch?
Yes.
Or is it rain? Okay. As you reach towards the cocoon, one of the vines reaches up and sort of wraps gently around your hand. We both seek to shield her. You will be useful. And
All right,
you feel
I
as
don't
your
have
magic
time.
goes through.
Well, when she says like, "New lady, I don't have time for you." Jade, the timetable's moved up. We got to go. And Nico will, remembering where we were placing them, put all the sonic bombs. Most of seeing what the damage is being done. I'm gonna put half of them up to finish the job. What do I see on the other side of the gap? Do I see Tin Man and Valen?
That's a fantastic question. From your sort of angle, no. But Tin Man and Valen, are you moving up towards the edge?
Yes. Like I've got her now. It's like planning, making sure that we finish the job, but also more or less trying to maximize pushing the hero maid down away from the population, like more or less trying to mitigate what would be very terrible if it went upwards.
For sure. Tin Man and Valen, are you moving up towards the edge?
Valen's gonna have a moment here with Tin Man, and as he sees Tin Man kind of beyond the barrier, he's gonna yell out to him, "We can still make the ship," and wait for see what he does.
Tin Man will turn around, give him a nod. I think what's crumbled away is all it's going to be. And like I said, if we fall, I'll get you. And Tin Man's going to go ahead and run up further to see if he can at least look across. He's going to kind of scan the bottom section of the bridge across the gap to see if I can see any sign of where our teammates may have slipped away to.
As you approach the edge, you can see that there has been a hollowed out cavity in the bridge itself. And within it, you see Nico standing next to some odd plant growth, like a vine-like cocoon wrapped in wisteria flowers. Nico, you do see Tin Man.
Tin Man, I don't have time to explain. It was Candaeus. This is a setup. The bridge is gonna go. Meet you at the ship. And I will essentially cast Longstrider on myself and run with Jade the opposite way out.
All right. Are you picking up the cocoon?
Yes, like, 'cause that's Jade, correct?
Correct.
Yeah. No. I am like, at this point, after casting Warding Bond, I have her on my back, essentially. Like, kind of like, if it's like a cocoon, slung her over my back and try and hold her in place. And yeah.
As you situate the cocoon on you, you actually feel what feels like a hand come up over your shoulder and wrap around you, almost like somebody's wrapped their arm around your chest to hold on. It does seem to be Jade's, though it seems paler. But yes, so you cast Longstrider and make your way out through the scaffolding, correct?
Yes. Essentially make it. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I would say, yeah, essentially making our way out the safe way, and I'm gonna say when they set the bombs, I say they've got a 5-minute time.
5 minutes, got it. Okay, so you put out about half of them on this side and as far on the other side as you could. So you got 6 of them established, and with a 5-minute timer. So you get out the secret door that you came through, and you notice that some of the scaffolding has fallen away just from the shuttering of the bridge. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw to get off of the scaffolding and back up the service ramp. Right.
But 6.
As you feel yourself toppling A pair of vines jet out and grip the wood, keeping you steady. Carry
Suppose
on.
thank you, new lady.
You're welcome. Consider it a favor. Let
Don't
Jade
do
know you owe me
favors.
one.
Nope, you don't. I don't know you anything.
Jade, you you step into this ballroom, and you can see the ceiling itself, vines and flora seem to, almost like a waterfall, ease from the ceiling and just sort of float above you like some sort of hanging garden. The people around you, dressed in their finery, don't seem to notice you. And what looks like an alternate form of ephemera stands from her throne. What would you like to do in this moment?
What are you doing? Why am I here?
You need to stop cowering, Jade. And I seek to help with that. What I show you here is my final memory before I merged with you. Consider it a token of peace. Trust if you will, trust if you won't. I care little. But let it not be said that I made the attempt. Now watch closely. Do you have a response?
She's watching. Cautious, but watching.
The music slows as ephemera on the opposite side of the room stands to her full height. The thorns from her throne move out of her way so as not to pierce their sovereign. She opens her mouth as if to address those gathered, and a dark shadow lands behind her. From the reactions of those around you, or lack thereof, you determine that you are the only person to notice this. Do you have any actions that you would like to take?
Not really, no. I don't feel like there's much I can do.
Ephemera's eyes open in shock, and a blade erupts from her chest. Her slender hands explore the blade jutting from her chest, and a choking gasp erupts from her. The sod and vines of her form dissipate like scared eels, melting her visage and pooling on the floor at the feet of the small hooded figure. The figure carries a long, thin blade in her hand, more a needle with a handle than a dagger. And as she lifts her head, years of exposure to that gaze have rooted deep in your mind. And by instinct, you avert your eyes from Magdalena's. But something in the base of your spine urges you to look back, to meet her gaze. Would you like to?
It's trying to make me gaze at who's stabbing Ephemera.
It's trying to make you look at the person who's standing over Ephemera's body.
Yeah, I'm going to look.
I need you to make a Constitution saving throw for me, please.
And I get the +1, right? Yeah,
Yes.
+1.
And probably some inspiration too. Players Union.
Oh boy.
Come on.
I mean, you guys, I was rolling 20s last time, and I guess,
I know.
Law of
you know,
averages. Law of averages.
The voice returns a little more powerfully. A queen shan't cower, not even in the face of her own death. And the muscles in your jaw force your head up. And you feel a spike of shame that you are unable, that somebody else forced you into this situation. Not that you looked upon Magdalena, but that you couldn't find the courage to do so on your own. But your analytical eye immediately takes over. Magdalena in front of you doesn't carry herself the way the woman you know does. Not with the same grace. Like a skill well practiced but not mastered. And awkward to your trained eye, but still lethally efficient. She leans down and rummages in the coiled vines, divesting a palm-sized pod bristling with inch-long thorns. Her eyes lock with yours before she pulls what looks like a small picture frame from a subtle pouch on her back and tosses the pod through. The world around you freezes, and the vines on the ground in front of this figure begin to speak. You know the next part, Jade. Our fateful meeting was the next time I was truly awake. And I awoke running. I implore you to do the same. The world around you melts away. Nico, in your arms, the arm that was grasping around your chest goes limp, and you see as the vines recede, and Jade falls to the ground behind you.
I pick her back up, or it's essentially, new lady, you okay?
am I
No
conscious?
response. Make a Constitution saving throw for me at advantage, please.
18.
You are conscious. And not only are you currently under the effect of the warding bond that Nico has placed on you, you are also under the effects of a potion of heroism, which I should have up here, and I will get you that information in a moment. But you are now conscious.
Is it essentially just the heroism spell?
It works a little bit differently.
Okay.
But you are conscious, Jade.
Okay, just yeah.
New lady, Jade, and having not heard a response the first time, I'm gonna start going to fireman's carry her again. Say, we have 5 minutes. We gotta go. Like, and I'm just sprinting off because I guess we're on the north side of the bridge, right?
Correct.
Yeah. I'm going to start working my way back up towards the towards the top of the top of the bridge, and working our way back towards the ship. Actually, Mark, because I don't remember from the map before, is this the only way off from over from Hightown?
Without going all the way around to the underside of Brawl, yes. Unless you have the ability to fly.
No. Oh wait.
All right. Yeah. No. Then we're gonna make our way back up towards the surface of the bridge.
All right. It doesn't take long to get back up. You follow the path down here easily, and it's made to be easy access for the workers. You make your way to the top side of the bridge. Tin Man, at the far end of the bridge, you see Nico and Jade appear. Valen, at a distance, you can see them as well.
Where does it look they're headed?
Where are you headed, Nico?
I am sprinting full speed towards the end of the bridge, and that's what, about a 25 foot jump?
20, 40, it's about 60, 55, 60.
Okay.
I'm gonna look at Tin Man, and I say, Tin Man, say his name, and he appears. And I clap my hands. I believe in Valen, and I'm gonna pull out my fishing rod, and I'm gonna cast it across the bridge towards them.
Make a dexterity check with advantage for me, please.
All right. That's a 2 and a 17.
It can't be
Good
said
save.
that it can't be said that astral elves do not learn quickly.
Mm-hmm.
And Tin Man, you see Valen give what almost looks like a practiced cast. The line moves despite not having a hook at the end. It heads directly for Nico and Jade, veered off by about a foot. Nico, you see Valen sort of whip something at you, and a thread move past you. What would you like to do? Jade, you are conscious. You can contribute now if you'd like.
I am going to seeing the thread, and I noticed that it's coming from Valen, correct?
Correct.
I am going to kind of do that quick, wrap it around my arm a few times, and I'm going to spend I think is it 1 charge to reduce the mass of my armor.
Yes.
Essentially, Nico's gonna reduce his mass to like fractions of a pound, like as light as possible, and essentially, well, with this grip on, launch myself across the bridge. Oh, while still holding Jade, unless Jade decides she wants to let go.
Going with you.
Tin Man, you're a little put off, or not put off, you're a little surprised by Valen's sudden breakout into song. What would you like to do in this moment?
Valen, what are you doing? Are you looking like you're bracing backwards? I mean, what's your action here? I'm still taking in the Valen at the moment.
I'm humming the tune to me.
You feel a tug on the rod as you realize Nico's grabbed it.
And I'm pulling him back and reeling him in while I'm still humming my silly tune.
In that case, I'm gonna run over to Valen and basically brace him, be like the short guy at his waist, trying to help, keep him in his spot.
And when he gets to me, I'm gonna say, "Sing it, Tin Man! I believe in the man called Valen. I believe in Valen. Sing it with me!" And I'll keep pulling
Tin
hard.
Man's just sitting here, his head down, his eyes closed, bracing with his dear life. I believe in Valen.
Yes, Tin Man!
Matt, I would like you to roll a strength check with inspiration.
Oh, that's good because I rolled a 4.
You also, well, I
Sorry,
should say you get advantage because
And
Never
you
mind.
you see me start crying as I start saying it. I believe in Valen. And there's like tears rolling out of my mouth or my eyes as I'm really realizing I'm losing grip of the reel.
Timon, you're genuinely surprised when Valen's heels start skidding forward in the dirt. And his song cuts for a moment as he seems surprised as well. It seems the two of you are losing this pull. Nico, you leapt forward and then just sort of fell back down. There's no tension in the line at the moment. Seems Valen and Tin Man are struggling.
I am going to reach my little auto gnome hands up and
Just
get.
point of order, DM. That means I'm floating in the middle because like I sprinted and have launched myself off the edge.
Yep. you're Looney Tuning it right now. Carry
Okay,
on, Tin Man.
just wanted to make that clear.
Yeah, I'm going to reach my little auto gnome hands up and get kind of from waist up around Valen. Definitely a very compromising position for the two of us, no doubt. And I am going to start, like, my hand is going to start rotating like a mixer, trying to turn the spool in.
All right, Nico, you begin moving forward again, and Valen, relief floods you as you realize it's working again. And the emphasis, the feeling in your song begins to come out again. Nico, as you jet toward the two of them, you hear Valen's song get louder and louder.
It's at this point I start saying, "Say his name and he appears. I believe in Tin Man." And his hand, as we start reeling him in, it's just going crazy. I believe in Tin Man.
My hand is like smoking. It's starting to like put off like smoke and sparks.
Excuse me.
What? So have I landed now, or
You are about to land. Tin Man and Valen, you can see clearly Andrew's estate, which also means that you can see the sky above it. Easing down out of the clouds, as it were, of the astral sea is what appears to be an impossibly black sphere that looks to be consuming the light around it. It is larger than the castle itself. It hovers for a long moment before a blade of immense size breaks from inside, carving a white line in the shape of a wicked smile across the sphere. An immense head peers out with a halo of dark plaited hair arrayed around it, floating as if gravity holds no sway. It falls free, followed by a sleek body wrapped in delicate red and gold robes that flutter elegantly as it drops. In one of its hands clutched a sword twice its size and height, and plummets towards Andrew's castle. The figure disappears, and a plume of debris is jettisoned into the air. Moments later, massive chunks of stone and wood, once part of the estate, land among the gawking onlookers behind you, and people begin screaming. Jets of displaced dirt burst up from the landing debris, and thuds send tremors through the ground. A distant, desperate shriek permeates the very air, and people begin covering their ears and running away from the bridge in a terrified panic. The sheer volume makes it hard to make out. But the astral sea seems to shout the name back, as the agony of the voice echoes the name. Floodland! And I think that's a time for us to take our break.
Oh my God. Oh boy, we will be back shortly. Oh my gosh. What a cliffhanger here. I got you guys for a few moments here before we dive back into that and how much trouble I've brought onto this crew. I want to give a big shout out to all our partners here that made everything possible tonight. First of all, Adams Family Gaming. Go check them out on etsy.com/shop/Adams with a Z Family Gaming. You can see all their great merch. Alex is actually wearing some tonight. You can go watch our past streams of me playing Dispatch and see me wearing some great merch they have. They got our official DDC merch and plenty more tabletop great gear. Big shout out to Eldridge Foundry, who helps us bring all of our minis to the table. You're going to see plenty of those coming up here with Table of Tales, which is going to be released very soon. I was just sitting down and planning the release schedule with Mark and all the team members here soon. Big shout out to Mythical Meats for keeping our table stacked with great snacks. You've been seeing me eat them. I'll probably have one here when I get back from break here. Before we get started, maybe I can get some inspiration. I'm representing the players union here, and the lack of inspiration we're getting for all the hard work we're getting. Hopefully, and then return of this episode, we'll get a little bit more inspiration. Big shout out to Only Games for supplying us with some new great merch monthly. I got a new box just in. I got to do an unboxing video here soon. I'm lacking on my unboxing videos. I'm so busy with all this content. Big shout out to D&D Adventure Club. They were the spiritual guidance on Table of Tales. We brought their modules to life. Go check them out. Get a monthly subscription to all their modules and watch us play their modules soon, very soon. All right, there's plenty more partners all over. Big shout out to everyone on Instagram. We're at 25K, baby. Let's go. Let's do it. Big shout out to everyone on Twitch, YouTube, everyone that's tuning in live. Thank you so much. This is so fun. It's only possible because of you. All right, I got to take a little break. I have to use the restroom. We're going to be right back shortly. Welcome
welcome
back. Oh my gosh. I felt like an eternity, guys. I'm nervous. Oh man.
So, as we left off, a dark sphere appeared above Kate Danger's estate, and a massive figure cut itself free and plummeted towards the estate, hitting it like a bomb and sending debris flying in all directions and striking some of the civilians nearby. The entire air was permeated with an anguished scream of one name. Fallen!
Oh boy.
What would you like to do
I
now that you are all back together?
I am like petrified with fear. And I'm just looking at the state as it crumbles, and I hear the voice and it's echoing in my ears as I have that like 500-yard stare, and I'm not there.
See, if Nico, when Nico hits, looking at it, we have to go now. Not that not just that. I don't know what that is. This bridge is going. We have 5 minutes. We cannot be in brawl. Bad things are about to happen, and I'm dragging Tin Man and Valen if possible. Like we're like, we have to move.
Yeah, as he's dragging me, I'm stumbling, looking off into the distance. Where do I clock the two gentlemen who gave me the fishing pole?
It seems that they have moved well ahead and are within the press of people escaping.
And-
It is a little difficult to find them with all the movement.
All right, I'm gonna put the reel back, and in my head, I'm thinking about the ditty, and how I don't want to appear right now, and how small I feel with hearing my name yelled over this whole place. And you'll hear me say his name, and he'll disappear. I don't believe in Valan. And I'm like shook saying that over and over.
Are you doing this audibly?
Oh yeah, you can hear me like. No.
I assume coming out of her own little stupor here, how is Jade looking right now?
Jade,
How am I looking, Mark?
you seem to be yourself. You are taken aback that you just watched what seems to be younger Magdalena murder Ephemera, but that has a certain disconnected cognitive dissonance, as it were, as Ephemera is very much alive within you right now. But it does bridge a few gaps.
Yeah, Jade's got like 1,000-yard stare, and her eyes are just dilated. Like when you look at her, it's just so she's got the adrenaline pumping.
Tin Man
She
Nico,
looked
you got
like-
it.
Tin Man,
Sorry.
taking a moment to assess the situation, seeing where Valen is right now, seeing where Jade is right now, and the general urgency behind Nico. Tin Man's going to break himself free for a moment. You focus on these two. We need to get back to the ship. You said the time zone's been moved up a little bit. That's all right. We can still make the best of this. We ain't got a crowd to deal with this time. Get them going. I will meet up with you, all right?
Tin Man, I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. I don't know if I can contain both of these. We all move now. 10 days.
Sorry, buddy.
Like,
I understand, but I got to get something important to me. Get moving. And Tin Man's going to break off towards the east.
I'm going to take us
All right,
back to the larger map.
as he says this, because it is not concentration, I'm going to use another spell slot and cast Long Strider on Tin Man. Move fast. You got 10 extra movement.
Beautiful. On top of my monk mew movement, I am booking.
Say his name and he'll disappear. I don't believe in Valen.
Nico's going to grab Valen
Oh,
by the side of his head with like his massive gauntlets. Like he's wearing it. He's in his full battle suit now. But Valen, you'll notice they don't feel hard, and they, in fact, feel weirdly soft. Like this isn't how armor should feel. I said, you have to get this together.
I don't believe.
You're right. They're doing something. They're doing something bigger. Candaeus was in that. There was a whole bunch of this weird gold stuff down there. I don't know. It's bad. Let's pin this whole thing on Candaeus. Get out of here.
Get us to the
Can
ship.
you do that for me, Valen?
Get us to the ship. We gotta go. We gotta get it to the ship. And that's
Do you have a way?
and that's
do you have a
all
way
I'll
to not
say
look like-
as I start muttering, like, say his name and he'll disappear. I don't believe in
I am going to,
Valen.
Unfortunately for Valen, lose the vest and the glasses.
Oh man.
Don't be you, be Candaeus.
He's way too distraught to make that type of emotional detachment from his character, but he will like start losing at least the jacket. Say his name and he'll disappear as he hands the jacket to another stranger, and he'll disappear. I don't believe in Valen. And he's looking for anyone to take the jacket, even though there's not really anyone around.
A late person running past runs into you, and it falls to the ground, and a few other people trample it as they run past.
And I'll see it as I walk away from it. And make my way following Nico and Jade in a bit of a crybaby stupor.
Nico, it seems that you've got Valen moving. Jade
All right.
still has her 1,000-yard stare.
But is Jade moving? Like if I were to like hold her hand essentially and lead her along, it's like, Jade, if you're there, because I'm gonna like as I grab her hand, I will kind of pulse that stardust over and really like over the warding bond. Say, Jade, I really need some help. You don't have to be here, but I need you working. Let's get to the ship.
Then start moving.
Nico will stop running, look at her, it's like, what have I been doing this whole time? And then start running again.
Wait, you guys are going to start running?
Yeah. we're
Okay.
running.
Immediately I start stretching out. I'm taking really long time as I start doing the say his name, he'll disappear. As I see you guys get further away, I'm getting ready to run
It's
though.
just habit by this point.
So, oh my gosh.
And I do start running next to them with a big pouty face.
As Valen falls into muscle memory, what looks to be the top half of a tower lands in the city block in front of you and rolls several of the buildings. Anyone that had been hiding there will surely not be making a sound now.
I really wish you didn't
Tin
say
Man.
my name before all this.
Tin Man, you're heading to the east, I presume, to find the Stargrazer, correct?
Absolutely.
Are you approaching in any particular way, or are you making haste?
I'm making haste at this point. Seems plans have changed and the need for chicanery is no longer there.
Your haste pays dividends as you realize that around you there is no people. Everybody seems to have made their way away from this place as quickly as possible. You find the same barn that you had stowed the Stargrazer, and you climb the same ladder. As you reach the loft of the barn, the bright light of the far window illuminates a silhouette that billows gently with smoke. Well, well, well. Scene of the crime and whatnot. Good work, Tin Man.
Yeah, it didn't exactly go as planned, did it?
Ah, but what's the plan? If you get what you wanted.
I get the feeling it wasn't us who was supposed to make that draw, was it?
Well, regardless of who it was supposed to be, our old prince definitely bit the bullet. And my friend, while it wasn't yours, a deal is a deal. The man upstairs got what he wanted, so you'll have your cover.
Take a moment after kind of staring that over. Sit back, lean on my gun for a moment, take a deep breath in the panic of everything. Just what's old Ratty up to?
Radiclax, well, that's a tough one. He's real secret these days. Has been for a couple hundred years. But word in the grapevine says he found something big. Something that'll elevate him beyond that of a mere dragon.
I don't like that phrase. Them ain't two words you put together very often.
Now, you're
Something
telling
big
me.
enough. Something big enough for him to sell this whole rock out to the Xerixians?
Now that's what I can't quite put together. To my knowledge, our contract was sound. Assurance. You had your flower lady and the Xerixians up there all vying for a piece of this angel. I just wanted to see what you were made of. The man upstairs wanted to see if you were reliable. You've proven reliable, Tin Man. And perhaps brave to a stupid degree.
Ain't the first time I heard that. Go ahead and prop myself back up. Put the gun on my back. We're getting the hell off this rock. Next time that man upstairs of yours wants to talk with me, how about we make ourselves a little bit of a less dangerous situation?
I'll put in a good word for you. And Tin Man, before you leave, just one piece of advice. Consider it a favor. Don't look for the devil on your shoulder. He knows when you're thinking about him.
Whoa.
He takes a deep drag of his cigar, his chest swelling. He flashes a wide grin, and pitch black smoke streams around his ivory teeth. His glowing orange eyes flash in amusement from behind the cloying cigar smoke. One eye disappears as he winks at you. Better run along now. I'll be in touch. His other eye closes, and the smoke drops like a magician's red velvet cloth, falling to the floor and revealing nothing within.
The man's going to kind of just give a bit of a tilt of the hat there, regardless of what Spectre is or isn't in the room. Going to go ahead and make me a rather acrobatic jump out the window and start booking it for what I know to be the ship's location.
Go ahead and make an acrobatics check for me at advantage. And then what route will you be taking back to the ship?
Well, given the circumstances. Oh, a nat 20.
Oh my gosh, that deserves
So
inspiration.
Hit the proverbial ground running. And the way I see it is there is no crowd, but there is a whole lot of damage happening. So I'm going to take the most literal crow's fly route possible. I will get myself up past this initial farmland, up on some buildings, and I'm basically going to parkour my way straight across.
All right. With a natural 20 in acrobatics, you don't even need the advantage. You fall gracefully, climb gracefully, and run gracefully with little issue.
Love it.
Though, as you each push your way towards the ship, Jade, you notice at first as your eyes are trained to notice things out of the ordinary, and Tin Man shortly thereafter. A grid field of star moths rush into place.
Oh no. I'm sorry, guys.
The staccato thuds of debris die off before a blanket of star moths rush into grid formation above Brawl.
Oh.
A swarm of jammer bikes race towards them as Brawl's mobile guard move to engage. Each one in unison open their cargo bay, and burnished gold pods begin to plummet towards Brawl. The ground shakes violently as one after another of these pods strike the ground. I need each of you to make a dexterity saving throw for me, please.
Oh no.
Ah, we're doing some stuff. All right.
Oh man. I rolled a 13. Tim Man, what'd you roll, buddy?
11.
It says 16.
I'm seeing 16 on me. For me.
Yeah.
You're
I got
looking
an
at Nico.
11.
I have
Oh,
a
I was reading Nico's sheet. Nico, I'm sorry, buddy.
Well, gal
Jade, you
darn
got
it,
a-
Nico.
I rolled a 23, natural 20.
Let's go.
Ooh.
Someone's
Beautiful.
gonna save us.
Each of you manages to keep your feet as these pods fall one after another. The pods are tear-shaped and land on buildings and walkways nearby, seemingly spaced intentionally and for effect. Seem to be made of tightly knit gold-red vines that flare at the top like a bridge cord cut clean.
Oh.
The vines begin to undulate, and dozens of fingers wedge and pull themselves free. Arms made of the same golden vines wrestle for space. The flesh of the pod parts like eyelids, and faceless ovals press outwards as if the pod were a many-eyed creature awakening.
Oh.
Heads followed by shoulders. A tear of a mouth opens and they scream in unison, suddenly surging in movement and ravenously slashing and grabbing at people fleeing by as the movement begins to work them free of their confines. The guards nearby have jumped into action and are trying to keep people clear of the pods and hacking at the grabbing hands and arms. One lands in a building up ahead of you, and these arms reach for you as you run past Nico, Valet, and Jade. There's enough room to work around and maneuver, but there's a press of people being grabbed from their group and being pulled towards these pods. What would you like to do?
Yeah, feeling the press of the people and reverting to my training, I know I have got to get away from the crowd. So I'm looking for the easiest way to get myself away from the crowd. If it's a back alley or whatever, I got to get away from the crowd of people if we want to survive. But I'm a little cautious, and I'm still kind of shook. So I'm kind of looking for the alleys and stuff and about to dart, but also waiting for the crew.
Nico, Jade?
So you said this pod is like basically dropped in front of us, and the creature's crawling out, correct?
They seem to be pulling themselves free, attempting to do so. They're about up to the waist right now, reaching and grabbing at anything that moves nearby.
As we are running, seeing this, I'm going to yell out and just essentially say, "Make room!" and like try and clear out space. Summon my lance, and I'm gonna run the one through as we're like skewer it as we're going through.
Oh,
Okay, make an
man.
attack at advantage because it is stuck, basically restrained.
27
And roll your damage.
for 12 damage.
Walk me through this.
Essentially, yeah. As Valen, I can feel Valen slowing down, looking like darting, looking for the alleys, and Nico having just dealt with New Lady and whatever's going on with Jade is kind of in that like protection mode, and he's got his shield out and just basically tucks the lance under his arm, runs the astral blight through. As it like sticks onto his lance, he like gracefully flicks it off to the side, resets, and just says, "No time, straight through," and essentially just kind of like creates a point through and just said, "Follow me."
Yeah, I follow for sure.
Make a quick
unafraid.
persuasion check if at advantage, Nico.
How persuasive is the blob man?
Got it. 17. That would have been a natural one otherwise.
Oh my gosh.
That's how
The-
persuasive the blob man is.
The panicking individuals around you seem to snap around as you run up and spear one of these. The guards seemed rejuvenated as they continue to fight them off and push people continually down the road away from these. They start to fall in behind you, and you become a wedge that gets through the crowd, and people begin to filter in behind you, all moving in unison.
Everybody look at that blob man. Follow him. I like what he's doing.
Yeah.
Drastically speeding up your approach. Valen and Jade, are you doing anything as Nico takes the lead here?
I have my just my laser pistol out ready to go, but I'm still like dazed, but I'm kind of there. Like I'm ready to attack, but I'm not ready to lead. And I'm still kind of humming the hymn to myself, the one where I disappear.
Tin Man, from your delayed state, you see as these pods begin ejecting their
Contents.
contents. Thank you. They begin ejecting their contents, belching forward these astral blights. I have sent a picture so each of you can see them.
Horrifying. Thank you.
Each one seems
Nice
to be carrying about
hairstyle.
a dozen of these, and they pour into the streets, chasing down anyone that has straggled behind.
So are these basically like just really nasty twig blights? Like space twig blights?
Well, as you notice someone tackled to the ground, too distant to get a shot off, but far enough to see, they seem to scream, and their fingers turn black and their skin turns blue as the vine blade on top of it seems to smolder with heat. It seems that unless a twig blight steals the heat of those it attacks, yeah, it's exactly like that.
Except for all the parts where it's absolutely not. No, this is a horror beyond my recognition. Okay. Tin Man is going to prioritize getting out of here.
Smart.
However, if I am moving with sufficient speed and grace, he's not going to let people suffer. I will have my gun at the ready, prepared to clear ahead as necessary. But if I do see any suppressive fire or pot shots that I can take to my left or right to help anyone along the way, if it is within my range, even if it is a Hail Mary shot, I'm going to waste every bullet on my person trying to help anyone within my shot range.
Would like you to make 3 ranged attacks, and we will use those to determine how successful you were overall.
It's a natural 1, 22,
Ooh,
and
way
a
to round 'em
24.
out.
All right, let's go.
The witnessing the first person fall to these shook you, and your hand was unsteady as you got grasp of yourself. But that natural inclination to help and even save those around you kicks in, and your aim becomes true. Several people wave in thanks and screech off in terrified panic as more of these astral blights pour into the streets. You get the feeling that unless you move quickly, they will begin overcoming even you. That said, as you make your way towards the ship, you see what looks to be the rest of the ships. Desert brawl in a flock. Every possible vessel at the docks that had even a single individual capable of running a jammer has deserted the docks.
Uh-oh.
That brings us back to Velen, Nico, and Jade. Tin Man, you are making solid progress towards the docks. Nico, Tin Man, and Jade, you manage to make your way through the press of bodies, and you can see the docks ahead. Many of the ships have lifted off, and you can see very few are still docked. One of them is the Ela Turn. The Ela Turn is a long and narrow ship that Sable's description did little to truly encapsulate. The ship is absolutely overgrown with roots and foliage focusing heavily around the stern area. The foliage is pulled back from the main throughways, leaving plenty of space to traverse the ship on foot. At current, there are no weapons on board, despite Zar's attempts. Not necessarily that the ship doesn't have weapons. The ones Zar brought aboard were quickly overgrown and crushed by the flora.
It's coming back now. Mark and Alex, why don't you back out and come back in?
Of Video Ninja?
I can see everyone at the moment in Video Ninja.
Yeah, we're all here.
Okay, I'm gonna take the stream down and bring it right back up.
It shows.
It's live now.
It's
Oh, it
live.
is?
Matt,
Okay.
can
For
you see me?
whatever reason. Yeah, Mark and I aren't in there. All
Mark
right.
and Nico are not showing up. Yep.
Technical difficulties.
We will be right back in 1 second.
Ba ba da ba 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 da ba ba.
Same.
Mute in Video
Nope,
Ninja,
music Video Ninja.
and we're all back.
Okay, we good?
We're good.
Yep.
Sorry about that. Sorry, technical difficulties. We're right back. Mark, take us away.
All right. So, as you, Jade, Nico, and Velen, as you press through and you get this surge of people following you, you reach the docks to see that many of the ships have already taken off. There are a few left behind, including the Ela Turn, your ship. But people are here in droves, and each of them is looking for the easiest escape. That happens to be jammers. You approach the docks and you recognize the Ela Turn, as it was described by Sable, whose description did little to truly encapsulate the Ela Turn. The ship is absolutely overgrown with roots and foliage focusing heavily around the stern area. The foliage is pulled back from the main throughways, leaving plenty of space to traverse the ship on foot. At current, there are no weapons on board, despite Zar's attempts. You can see at the whale, as people are attempting to gather and board your ship, Charlotte and Arnott are there yelling at folks to hold on and to proceed calmly. You understand, of course, that's very unlikely. but you could see the two of them attempting to get people on the ship in a single file fashion so as not to fall off of the gangplank. What would the three of you like to do?
I'm gonna immediately fire my laser pistol in the sky. Bring some quiet to the whole situation. So immediately I see the crowd, bang bang. I'm shooting up in the sky to draw us down.
And I will, well, when he does that, I will back him up into saying, all right, calm down. One, single file.
And then I'll.
Jade.
Oh, go ahead.
Jade is also going to. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
Jade's gonna whip her rose whip a couple times in the air.
Oh.
That's gonna cause a whip crack, and that's gonna kind of like it's just like try and get people to back up.
And
Anime robot pose.
and if they don't listen, I'm gonna start aiming at them. But my laser gun is kind of just in the sky. Is that we make our way to the front of the line to make some order and chaos to this situation.
You fire your weapon into the air. Jade assists, and as does Nico. I need you to make an intimidation check at advantage.
All right. That is a natural 20, baby. Let's go. I don't even got to roll it again.
Oh. Do I have to roll too?
You do not. I was asking Valentu at advantage, so.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And
Yeah, because each of you gave him advantage through your help actions.
Yes.
Almost the entire dock area for about 200, 300 feet immediately quiet. And a voice calls out, "There's not enough ships."
I'm kind of deposed right now. I've brought calm to the line, but someone else has got to take over here as I quickly make my way past the line up onto the main deck of the ship.
As you climb the gangplank, Arnott reaches down, grabs you by the hand, and helps you up.
Thank you.
Welcome aboard.
We have to get
It's
going.
getting hairy.
We have to get going as
So
soon as
no-
possible.
Where is your thin man? Is he too short to see?
No, he'll be here shortly. Prep the ship to go. As soon as he's here, we cast off.
Well, if my understanding is correct, you are our jammer.
Of course. And I'm going to look over his shoulder. Do I see through all the vines and stuff a place a jammer could jam?
On a ship like this, you know that the jammer on most ships are located within the ship itself.
All right. And we have the ship here.
Yes,
Wow.
welcome to the Ela turn.
Seeing all the vine, I'm going to put my laser pistol over his shoulder and take a shot at where the door would be to clear it out.
As you take your shot, a pair of antennae sort of break out of the doors. Beans.
No.
I thought you guys would be back soon. And Czar steps out.
Oh my gosh. A sight for sore eyes. Where's the jammer?
Downstairs. Follow me.
And I'll follow him in step.
You guys have been busy. What have you been doing out there?
We'll catch up later. We gotta go. You got
He
that?
looks out one of the windows. Oh yeah. Okay.
You got the crab Mac ready to go, right? We need some crowd control ASAP.
I can make it look good, but it's not running up quite.
That's all I ask, buddy. That's all I ask.
He snaps a salute and heads below decks.
And I'll follow to the jammer and to assist if he needs help with the crab crawler.
He takes you past the room for the jammer. You can see that I've got it right here. It's in a sort of open alcove. And in the center is the floating chair that you received from Yaroslav.
And I'll kind of walk around it in a circle and like rubbing my hands. And very quietly to myself, I'm going to say his name and he appears. I believe in Valen. And I'm going to sit down and take the helm.
You immediately feel yourself connect to the ship. There seems to be a small sentience about it, a subtle willpower. And
Oh.
you realize you can feel the life of those around and within the ship.
I'll feel this life force and I'll see if I can detect Tin Man and if he's anywhere near the on board.
You cast your attention, your mental projection out, and you realize that Tin Man is not seemingly within your range yet.
Okay. Is Czar near with his crab crawler?
You can hear the sounds of it starting up, and you can feel his life force in the bay, and it looks like it's going to take a moment for him to get it out of the ship.
Okay. I'm gonna just take the helm and wait.
Jade and Nico, you see Valen
Yes.
rush up, and Charlotte and Arnott help him aboard. And then the ship seems to float as if somebody is sitting in the jammer. There still seems to be a couple hundred people between you and the ship. What would you like to do? They are quiet, and they do not seem to be actively impeding you, but they are watching you expectantly.
Nico,
It's not my.
we can't take all of them.
No. How many can we
I
hold?
can make them move.
Yeah, how many can we fit on here, Mark? It's a great question.
You imagine that you can probably fit maybe 200, and that would be shoulder to shoulder.
It's up to you guys.
Hey, look. This isn't my ship. We can help who we can.
Knowing Wonder Boy and the ship, he would want everyone on it to be saved. So
Not wrong.
we could.
Fair, I do want to save everyone.
Well,
Really,
imagine
yeah.
they might give us rewards and pittance and gold, and maybe one or two of them cook really good food. Why not?
DM, has it been 5 minutes?
It's been about, yes.
Okay. You know, I don't think we deserve the rewards, but we kind of do. All right, let's get aboard the ship. And I am going to, because where we are right now is kind of like at the base of the gangplank, correct?
Yeah. There's a crowd of people between you and the ship. It would take you, you'd have to get through them, but they don't seem to be stopping you. So you're probably like 50 feet away from the gangplank.
Okay. Jade, let's follow me. We'll get to I will gesture her towards the gangplank. Head up. We need Tin Man. We'll try and I'll direct people up when we're ready to go. Well,
I have a question.
yes.
DM,
Yes.
if I cast Spike Growth, could I cause like branches to reach towards the ship and make them into a bridge so more people can board instead of just the one board, the gangplank, to kind of speed up the process?
I'll allow it.
I can lend a hand with mending, like as she's doing this, try and like mend the branches together.
Yeah, well, maybe not. That's perfect, but also like so that the thorns aren't like thorny, I guess, so people can walk on
Yeah.
them nicely. you know?
How far along am I?
It's a good question. I'll get back to you in a second. You cast your spike growth, and the ship itself seems to attune to your magic. And the recognizing your intent and piggybacking off of the spike growth spell, the flora of the ship sort of melts over the edge of the whale and extends towards the dock. And the majority of the foliage on the ship seems to shift forward to do this. So those on the ship, specifically Valen and Nico, where you can see, it seems that whatever this foliage on the ship is can move around.
Oh.
And it's helping Jade as she creates these bridges from the edge of the ship to the dock. The moment they touch home, the people surge, fighting to be those that get on the lifeboat. Yes, Nico.
I would like to say Nico is posted up at the base of where the gangplank and the bridges all meet. Essentially, kind of like I was blocking the way as they start to surge. And if anyone like actually runs into me, I will use my telekinetic reprisal and like push them back 10 feet.
What is Jade and Nico's formula for getting people on the boat?
I was actually going to. I had something for that if I were to show up. At that
Sorry.
time.
I'll be quiet.
Tin Man, you do crest the roofs of the ships towards the dock, and you can see that there are the roads themselves are flooded with people. And you know that there is a gnashing machine behind them, seeking to chew them up and consume them. Ahead of you, you see a few solitary ships boarding folks. One of them is an overgrown galleon of sorts, and you recognize your friends, including Arnott and Charlotte, the spy you met earlier, trying to help people onto the ship. What would you like to do in this moment?
How far out?
You're maybe 200 feet from the ship itself, 50 feet from the ground, because you're on a roof.
All right. What do you think is the range of my shouting?
I would say from how high you are, you could probably reach the majority of the people here.
I'm gonna take a moment, overpack my gun with some black powder. I want blast. I want loud. Put it up in the air and let it ring out.
Okay. The crowd stills again, and Nico, Jade, you see as Tin Man fires his firearm from the top of a nearby building. What would you like to do, Tin Man? What's your follow-up?
Kind of swing the rifle back over my shoulder, way too oversized for the small figure that I am, but I kind of poached myself up as big as I can, being high up as I am. We're gonna do this the right way. Women and children first. Elderly and infirm second. If you still got your wits about you, work your way to the back, start tearing up some wood, and see if we can put something between us and them.
Oh my gosh.
Hopefully they listen.
Everybody stares at you for a long moment, and you smell the scent of burning tar and heat wash over you. As a distant explosion erupts from Gift Town, and you hear the sounds of boots hit the ground next to you.
Uh-oh.
Perhaps I can help with that. And a hand reaches out in front of you, and a flame lights on her thumb. Get these people out. I'll do my best. And you look up and see Alodra, her mirror mask staring back at you.
Does Jade notice this?
You do.
Whoa.
Enemy of my enemy, huh?
Plans change. Jade is no longer my target.
I imagine that won't stay for long, though, will it?
You could say priorities shift, and she is still a priority.
We'll get as
We
many
don't
as
let
we
go of
can.
our own. See that you do. She turns, and you see as she seems to be burning hotter than the first time you met her. And do take care of our little sister, please.
Then kind of twists on a heel, tumbles back, tilts his hat, and then falls back off the roof into the crowd.
You hear an echoing laugh. Oh, you will be friends. She also has a flair for the dramatic. It runs in the family. And the entire roof of this building erupts into flame. And she seems to hover above it. And the roof lifts off, and they both launch towards the Astral Blights. You hear and see the roof explode into smoke and burnt cinders, and the fires sort of sweep up like massive waves in consuming these Astral Blights and the buildings near them. It seems your retreat for the moment is covered.
As soon as Tin Man hits the crowd, he's going to start booking his way between people's legs to make his way up to the gangplank. And again, the whole way basically shoving people left and right. Come on, come on. Sick and infirm. Women and children. Let's go, let's go.
And by the time you've reached the Ela turn, it seems that Charlotte and Arnott are enforcing your terms here. Jade and Nico, you are able to get on the ship without any issue. You would have sort of preempted Tin Man by about a minute. But each of you had seen this display up on the building. Before Elodra leaves, Jade, do you have anything that you'd like to say or do?
As she takes off in the fire, Nico's like, that's so cool. And then as the buildings all burn, that is very much less cool. And
Jade, hold on. It's Jade's.
Yep.
I asked Jade.
you're
Everyone's on the
excited?
ship, or are we still waiting for people to get on the ship?
People are still boarding. Yes.
As a last effort, am I able to cast another spike growth to create a wall around the people that are boarding, so that way there's extra protection? I imagine they're all caving in, and this group of people she's gonna create a wall.
There are far too many people to encompass all of them. There are thousands of people pouring in from the entire city, and you know that only a couple hundred are going to fit on the ship. If you are looking to sort of cordon off those that you think will fit on the ship, you can. But I will also allow you to hold an action should anything come up one of the alleyways or streets behind them.
That's the thing, the ship is filling up, so I don't think we can hold all of them.
Jade, get on the ship. I'll hold the entrance. We'll give Tin Man about another minute. And then we leave.
That seems fair.
As you say that, Tin Man totters up next to you.
Please tell me Valen's already boarding in the jammer.
We are ready. We are good to go, sir. Let's
What about Zara? Anybody seen heads or tails of the Bugman?
He's here.
All right. He kind of looks behind him. Let's get as many folks on here as we can, shoulder to shoulder, butts to nuts. I don't care.
We can't hold all of them. It's gonna just overflow.
We're gonna have to make a cut point eventually.
Are they where they're? Are they still surging towards the ship? Like, are we actively having to hold them back, or is it somewhat orderly where we are?
It's become orderly now that Tin Man has said his piece, and the people in front no longer feel pressed, what with Elodra covering them.
Can
Okay,
I... Go ahead.
Nick will say, all right, we direct. I should say, I'll direct, and Nico will use half the charges on his armor and essentially detach himself from the armor. So I'm in plasmoid next to my armor, and I will tell the armor to start directing people through. When it receives the stop command, it will close off. Basically, close off, and I'll deconstitute the armor.
Jade, you were gonna say?
Jade wants to hold her hands to the bow of the ship, noticing that it reacts whenever, her magic reacts with it, like she's able to talk to the trees. Can she create a large basket underneath the ship that could hold more people with the branches?
How are you interacting with the ship? Are you asking? Are you speaking to it? What specifically is your approach?
Jade's holding her hand to the wooden wall, assuming it's wood,
Mhm.
and is asking the ship to give her that grace. It's a genuine ask.
Make a
Nature?
no.
Maybe throwing in as much of her power as she can, I guess.
The
Druid powers go.
the extra vines that sort of retreat from the bridges reallocate themselves to creating what looks like a round sloop of wood, like a laden carrying cloth, like you would carry something underneath a helicopter, attached to the ship. It seems to be, as it finishes weaving these together and creating this bag, or this carrying net, as it were, it seems curious if it did well enough.
Approving. Jade gives approval.
It pulls back its connection, and the ship shifts upwards, breaking the branches and reforming them to lead into this sort of catch underneath the ship. People begin streaming on, and Valen, an immense pressure washes over you.
Whoa.
A voice touches and rocks the ship in your mind, and you hear sobbing.
Oh, no.
The pressure gets closer, and it seems to be coming from the far end of Brawl. And your wife's voice reaches your ears, calling for you.
Oh, no.
The rest of you on the top of the ship, you hear a voice call out to you. You all look like you could use a hand. And the Galatine swoops in to the berth next to you. You can see Mert and Tarto on top, and they get the gangplank out and start getting people on the ship. While it doesn't seem that the Galatine itself will be able to carry that many people, it can absolutely carry almost 3 times what your ship can. We've got the Nautiloid on the way in as well.
Oh my gosh. As I feel this, I feel like a rush of relief over me, as I can feel all the souls connected to the ship feel the relief as they see the 2 other ships come in.
And that relief is palpable, Valen, and it strikes you like a wave. And for the second time in as many months, hope blossoms in your heart. Well, you should probably be getting out of here. Looks like you're laden.
Hesitating as I process all the emotions coming over myself. I'll pull the ship off, and as I feel its connection, can I feel where my missing wife's energy is coming from?
You cast your consciousness out, directing it towards the opposite end of Brawl, where you felt this immense pressure and the voice reaching out to you. A blinding light approaches the docks, and your wife's face is at the head of it, carrying a sword twice her height,
Oh.
and with a blindfold pressed around her eyes.
I'm gonna pull the ship off, and as absolute fear rushes over me, not that I want to leave.
Tin Man, as the ship lifts and begins to move away from the dock, among the throng of people still there, jeering and screaming for help, many of them men, you see the orange eyes and the ivory teeth of Billows. He gives you a wink, and his voice speaks into your mind. Don't look over your shoulder, Tin Man. He lifts a hand and snaps. And Valen, you feel the ship pulled into a portal.
Oh, whoa.
And I think that's where we'll end the session.
Oh my gosh. Yo. That's deep. That's heavy, guys. I gotta put the glasses on for that one. That was deep. Mark, thanks so much for this great episode. We got a lot to decompress there. Hey, big shout out to everyone that tuned in tonight. Thank you for tuning in, whether it's on YouTube or Twitch. You make this whole thing happen. Big shout out to Adams Family Gaming. Go check out their store on etsy.com/shop/Adams with a Z Family Gaming. They have all our club merch there. We have we're gonna be back soon. Man, Mark, take us away. I got no words.
Well, thank you everyone for being here. Everything Matt said and more. Yeah, sorry. Don't forget to wash your dice, and in a couple of weeks,